for today's cup of coffee, we're going to be talking about something that's current time instead of past time. And it's a lot of times I deal with what has happened.
Yeah.
But this one is, you know,
And,
it's for the childrens of today.
and what we are going to talk about blew up in popularity last year during quarantine.
Okay. Well, you want me to read the article first and then let you give your expert advice on it? He's
No.
looking at me strangely.
No. It blew up last year during quarantine on TikTok, and it's really, really interesting. And I have the thing in question on my phone because I was going to do it last year, but was talked out of it.
Yes.
So, even though I'm old enough to do it on my own, so
Yes. But the whole basis of this is be careful what you ask for.
mm-hmm.
And there was an article by Brent Swancer that came out today, and he is of Mysterious Universe. And the article is titled "The Haunted App That Leads to Creepy Things and Dead Bodies."
Yep.
And in February of 2020, a curious new app was launched that was called Randonautica. And that's
Yes.
combining the words random plus nautica. And the app itself was designed by Joshua Lingfelder and was supposedly based on chaos theory and Guy Debord's theory of the derive, inspired by the idea of, quote, how random exploration could break people out of their predetermined realities and how people could influence random outcomes with their minds, end quote. And it has been described by its enigmatic creators as an attractor of strange things and as somewhere in the middle between a game, science, art, and spirituality. The app would go on from there to take users down a rabbit hole of weirdness that would spawn all manner of bizarre stories and conspiracies. And so I do like the quantum aspect of this.
Yeah, it's completely random where it sends you.
And the actual premise of this seems pretty simple at first. You simply download the app and then mentally give it some intention that you have in mind, after which it will apparently use a quantum algorithm to generate a set of random coordinates that will lead you to a destination where you're supposed to find something with some link to what you desire, seemingly coincidental since nothing is ever typed into the app itself. For instance, if you set your intentions on finding some color in your life, it might lead you to a field of flowers. Whereas if you want to find romance, it might lead you to a romantic location, and wishing to meet a loved one might bring you right to them, with Lingfelder describing it as the world's first quantumly generated choose your own adventure reality game, unquote.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you have to speak the intention or you just think it?
I would like to speak it, but you can just think it if you want. You don't have to speak it.
Now, the app proved to be an immediate sensation and a smash hit on TikTok. It also became a hit on YouTube and Reddit. And by July of 2020, it had over 10.8 million users.
Yes.
So that's pretty huge. And the people who use this called themselves randonauts,
Mm-hmm.
which that's pretty cool.
I consider myself a randonaut.
Do you? And of course, the countless stories of weirdness started to come in, and it would soon become apparent that the app had an uncanny ability to lead people to whatever they mentally set their sights on, with most users reporting that they always arrived through the supposedly random generated coordinates at a location with some profound connection to what they had wished for, always within a short distance of where they were at the time. And examples of this vary greatly, but were rather amazing and somewhat unsettling in their alleged accuracy. There were many reports from users that they were rather eerie at times. Somebody had wished to have a kitten, and was led to a stray kitten at the coordinates given to her. Another wished to find a lost family heirloom and was brought to it in an unlikely place. Somebody that lived in an urban environment had wanted to see water and was given the coordinates to a waterfall in a park that he had not known about.
Huh. That's really cool.
That is cool. And while there's no way to verify all these stories, they all allege to be extremely uncanny for an app that should have no idea what a person is wishing for, or be able to know the personal details, or be able to see these encounters. Making it all even creepier is that not all results are of a benevolent, cheery, bunny in the meadows vibe, and of course there have been more decidedly sinister reports.
Oh.
And whereas positive intentions dealt with positive results, people being people, there are those that have darker intentions.
Yeah.
Because those who have never experienced spoopy have a tendency to long for the spoopy.
Yep, that's true.
Mm-hmm. And it says that some people were led to crimes in progress, crime scenes, haunted houses, domestic violence, graves, abandoned places, dead animals, and even crop circles, occult rituals, and otherworldly entities. And there were other disconcerting things that I'll link somehow to what they had intended when using this app. YouTube and TikTok became overrun with videos of people making these creepy wishes and documenting their assigned coordinates, often to unsettling or downright shocking results. On at least one occasion, at least one,
Yeah, at least one.
a YouTuber was led to a dead body stuffed in a suitcase.
I don't think that was a YouTuber. I think that was actually a TikToker.
This is what the man wrote. Take it up with Swancer.
I was there when it happened. I wasn't there, but I was viewing it. I was one of the viewers. It was on TikTok, and it was this couple of teens. They found this suitcase under a bridge at the pier or whatever that was body.
Well, Swancer says this particular story revolves around a group of teens in Seattle who made a video about their Randonautica experience that really caught people's attention and made headlines. They apparently made an as-of-known request to the app and were led to coordinates that brought them to an old suitcase stashed under a desolate bridge. In the video, they can be seen laughing and messing around while poking at the bag with a stick. Yes, I always poke things with a stick.
Always.
And that is when one of them remarked that there was a thick stench coming from the suitcase. When the bag was opened, they found the remains of 2 dead bodies wrapped in a trash bag, and much to the horror of them and everyone watching. This particular incident was actually confirmed by Seattle police, who soon launched an investigation into the body based on the macabre discovery, eventually leading to the conviction of their killer. Although police and even the app's creator himself wrote off the discovery as mere coincidence, Langfelder did make a rather creepy comment about the discovery of the remains, saying, quote, "When you're sending millions of people to random locations and searching the hidden corners of reality, you're bound to find some pretty shocking stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not the best press, but I'm not really that upset about it because it's kind of cool. I kind of wish it was me who found it." The news it generated caused the popularity of the app to skyrocket, as well as its increasingly sinister and metaphysical and paranormal reputation. Other users would report being led to other crime scenes, including human trafficking rings, and others leading to all manner of conspiracy theories and speculation as to what this app was all about and how it works. The main idea is that it is simply random chance, coincidence, and something called confirmation bias, wherein a person interprets what they see and what they expected to find, assigning meaning to random occurrences, events, and items in accordance with their expectations, and only taking in evidence to support that. There is a very real possibility that many of the accounts are overly dramatized, exaggerated, or just straight out made up, sort of creepy pasta media for the new generation. In cases like the dead bodies, it is most likely pure chance and blind coincidence that they stumbled across that and there is no evidence that it had anything to do with the app. Some believe that the app actually is using some little understood quantum phenomenon to feed into our thoughts and produce these coordinates out of thin air. Even the creator, Langfelder, believes that the coordinates generated by the app's quantum random number generator come from the human mind, saying, quote, experimenting with mind-machine interaction is as much part of the game as exploring. Randonauting revolves around the hypothesis that consciousness can influence the distribution of random numbers. Even the foremost experts in mind-matter interaction have limited working theories. So why do so many people use Randonautica, believe in its metaphysical traits? Because it happened to them, end quote. And kid wonders, like, why can't I use that? Because child trafficking rings, crime scenes, domestic violence.
I'm sorry, if I see anything fishy, I'm going to have some sense and back the fuck out of there. Plus, my intentions are not anything creepy. Mine would literally be like, okay, I want to find something yellow, so I'm going to find, like that goldenrod across the street, yellow. I'm going to find some money, so I'm going to go to a porta potty.
Yeah, if you
which found $1.
Domestic dispute, we could sit here on the porch. We've got it
Why would I want that?
It's
no shit now. Did I say anything about that? No.
Well, now, think about it. What within this? Now, like I said, as far as interacting with the quantum field, absolutely. And that's like the power of words. And I have stated this for many years. People calling things to them or keeping things away. That's just like, how many times do people speak sickness?
A lot of people.
Oh, yeah. Even as far as sick and tired. So what are you calling to you? Sick and tired.
Like people literally, like someone saying I probably have corona. No, don't speak that.
No.
Don't speak that in general.
No, and that's like, you know, what did we say? No plague will come nigh our dwelling.
Yeah. It's like I'm healthy.
Yeah.
I'm healthy and happy.
As far as having a healing crisis, because by the time that symptoms start, guess what? That is your body already healing.
Yeah.
So, but as far as the, I don't know. It's apparently it's an individual thing. Or one person makes the intent, because if two people, you know, they have to have the same intent.
Mm-hmm.
So would that give it a greater possibility?
Yeah.
I think so. In some ways, it's almost, I can see it, if it's positive, the basis of prayer, where 2 or 3 are gathered, because that intent is supposed to be the same, and, you know, as far as it increasing the result. But, again, it depends on what you're looking for. And you're always going to have people that misuse something, or they're like, oh, well, this is nothing until it is.
Yeah. I mean, people literally have had paranormal experiences because of the app, or because it took them somewhere that was spooky. Like I said, people have found their intent was money, and it literally led them to porta potties, and they found like $2 in there.
Then they should have said vast sums of money. They should have been more specific.
Been like, I want $100 exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But they found money.
They did.
People were like, okay, I want the color blue. And it took them to this field, and there was blue flowers in it. Someone wanted to decide whether or not they should go to a university, or they should go to their local, or their community college, or whatever. And they gave them a sign. They took them to this farmer field, or whatever, and there was a U carved out into the field. And so that meant university.
Well, I can see how it could be useful in making people more aware of how their consciousness interacts with their environment. So, you know, it just concerns me. I mean, What did these kids ask for that's like, oh, I want to find a dead body? I mean, seriously.
They asked for creepy. They asked for creepy.
Well, yeah, that's
or scary.
Yeah, that was both. That was both.
Yeah.
And so you watched that, and then, as it happened.
Yeah, because it was on TikTok. Like, they literally posted it, and it went viral on TikTok.
So how many people...
Along with other people's experiences.
That's something that I may have to research more.
That's something that we have to do.
I have trepidation about it. Because what if you're speaking something, but you have random... What if you're in a negative space? That is not when you want to use that.
Still. I'm still going to do it.
Well,
I'm going to do it.
You go right on, and then you can report to us your experience with
Absolutely,
this.
I will. I'm going to be like, I want to find $50.
Okay.
I want to find $50. $50, and they'll find a doll with only $50.
Right. I don't know. I think it's interesting. Quantum physics is something...
I'm going to manifest me an actual shrunken head.
No. Quantum physics has been something that has intrigued me for many years.
Mm-hmm.
And thus the listening to Greg Braden and Bruce Lipton and some of these other people. Joe Dispenza with his space.
Do you know where your ass is in space?
He really does have some good meditations, but it's...
He doesn't actually say, do you know where your ass is
in
space? That was a joke, Mommy.
It is, because I'm like that. But he does have some really good meditations, and the reason that he speaks the way that he does during the meditative process, there's reasons behind that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. That's one of those I've got a little bit of trepidation about. I think it could be a tool, but like any other tool, it has to be used wisely.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, you could take...
It's like using a hammer.
Mm-hmm. You can
and be like, okay, I could use this as to put something together, or I could bash someone's head in.
Absolutely. Exactly. So, I don't know if I want to be a randonaut.
I want to be a randonaut. I have the app on my phone, and I have one ready to go. And I'm like, ooh, I need to go now.
And so it says local.
Like, it can take you anywhere. Literally anywhere. Like this one that I literally just did one, and it's going to send me all the way to Chilhowie.
Well, that's not like, that's closer than like Johnson City or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's still considered local.
Where it's going to take me is going to take me about 37 minutes driving.
Oh, that's more than Chilhowie, unless you're going back up towards White Top.
It's, let me go on the maps and see where it says.
So, I don't know.
I'll tell you later, because I don't want to give our thing away.
Your intention?
No, location.
Yes, that would be good.
Yeah, okay. I'll tell you later.
Okay. And then kid can explore. I don't mind a chauffeur as kid explores. Or if he wants to explore himself.
She can drive me. That's all I want her to do, is drive me, basically, and then I'll go explore.
He wants me to be a witness.
Can I get a witness?
So, anyhow, and as far as these people are not paying me money, so y'all can search the app yourself.
Yeah.
I will put a link for the article from Mr. Swancer.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you've had experience being a randonaut.
Have you heard of anyone doing Randonautica?
Yeah.
Randonauting?
Experiences with paranormal, supernatural, encounters with UFOs, aliens, fairy folk,
the Fae.
Cryptids, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got local, regional, family legends. Regional.
You said regional.
I thought I said regional.
No, you said regional.
I may have been.
Regional.
Do you know where your face is in space?
Do you know
anything
where
like
your
that?
vocal cords are in
oddities.
Space?
Send those to cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com, and the email address is always in the description box. Hey, it's rainy. I don't function well.
It stopped now.
It stopped now, but it's still in the air. So anyhow, we will have to display our wonderful orange orbs of happiness that we purchased
Pumpkins.
yesterday. They're orange orbs of happiness in my world.
They're pumpkins.
I love them.
Yes.
So you all have a beautiful, blessed day. Be careful what you wish for. You might just get it.
Yeah. Randonautica. Let's go randonautica.